guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. TSA to start charging travelers $45 if they don't have a real ID. Ooh, that's how to get you. That's how to get you. Now, a lot of people don't want the real ID. A lot of people don't want it. A lot of people don't want the digital ID. But they're going to find a way for you to get it. They're going to start charging. All right. $45. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. All right. So they're going to start finding a way for people to get that ID. So $45 for those who don't have a real ID. Man, that's crazy. So US air travelers who haven't upgraded to a real ID can still fly without one. But starting February 1st, they will be charged a $45 fee. The Transportation Security Administration said Monday. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Once again, thank you so much for your support. Guys, tomorrow is going to be Patreon. So it's going to be a little longer because last week I didn't do the Patreon because of the Thanksgiving. So I took Patreon off last week to go see my family at West Palm Beach. But tomorrow there's going to be Patreon. I'm thinking about doing it early in the morning. So it's going to be a little long Patreon. It's only $5 a month for those of you that want to help support the channel. Patreon live stream will get you access, $5 a month. All right, so it says here the announcement of a $45 fee for people without real IDs comes after the TSA started requiring the identification or other approved documents in May. The real ID is a federally compliant state driver's license, learner's permit, or non-driver ID, identified by a black or gold star in the upper right corner. All right, so I think that's the one that I have, and I had to get because my ID expired. Mine expired, so I had to go to motor vehicle, and they just give it to you, and it's like the yellow star in the corner. So I guess I don't know what's the difference, to be honest. But again, for those of you that don't have that real ID, well, again, they're gonna start charging people. And just imagine when the mark of the beast comes out. Just imagine when digital currency and all that comes out. I mean, again, they're going to find a way for people to comply. They're going to find a way. They will find a way for people to comply. But when it comes to the mark, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm heading towards the mountain. I'm going to dress up like John the Baptist with that big, massive belt and eating nothing but locusts and honey. All right, it says here, passengers without real IDs will be referred to the optional TSA confirm ID process for identity verification upon TSA check-in and prior to entering the security line. Now, the process will vary from airport to airport, according to the agency, which said it is working with private vendors to allow consumers to pay for the screening process before they arrive at the airport. Now, the TSA warned that people without real IDs could encounter increased wait times at airports while their identities are verified. Man. You know, you could tell when the system is about to get closer and closer, the mark of the beast, because it hits the airport first. Airport delay, airports ID verifications and stuff like that. So when you see all this stuff happening in the airport, then that's just the tip of it, the opening of the mark of the beast, because it starts there first. People traveling and all that. The fee verifies passengers for a 10-day period according to the TSA. The agency is still urging passengers without real IDs to visit their local DMV to update their IDs. Now, the $45 fee is designed to ensure that traveler, not taxpayers, foot the bill for the advanced verification system. Now, how does Confirm ID work? Confirm.id asks passengers without real IDs to answer a series of questions about themselves to verify their identity. You know what's really messed up? They do this to many, many Americans, but they didn't do this to the millions that came through the southern region. None of them had real ID. None of them were even checked. And those that came from Afghan, asked them if they had real ID. They came here on a big plane. They came here on a big plane, no ID, no shot, the C-19, none of that. But to the sleeping giant, we had to get it. If not, we'd be punished. Confirm ID asks passengers without real IDs to answer a series of questions about themselves to verify their identity. Once a passenger's identity is confirmed, they receive a receipt to show a screening agent at the TSA checkpoint, along with their form of ID. They would then continue through security like all other passengers. It says here, passengers who don't have real IDs and opt not to pay the $45 fee may be denied entry at checkpoints, the TSA said Monday during a press call describing the new fee-based program. Now it says here, what's an acceptable form of ID? Travelers with real IDs or other accepted forms of identification don't have to pay the $45 fee to travel. Now here are some of the documents the TSA says can substitute for a real ID complaint. Driver's license. Number 1, state issue enhanced driver license or enhanced ID. Number 2, U.S. or foreign gov issue passport. Number 3, U.S. passport card. Number 4, Department of Homeland Security trusted traveler cards. Number 5, U.S. Department of Defense ID. Number 6, permanent resident card. Number 7, border crossing card. Again, border crossing card. So the TSA website has a complete list of compliant types of IDs. Who has a real ID? The TSA noted that more than 94% of passengers currently use real IDs or other acceptable forms of identification. The TSA had previously proposed a rule that would charge travelers without a real ID an $18 fee at security checkpoints, according to a notice published in the Federal Register earlier this month. The cost of getting a real ID varies by state. In New York, for example, has no additional fee for a real ID beyond the regular cost of getting a driver's license or renewing it. But Pennsylvania charges a one-time $30 real ID fee on top of standard renewal fees. All right. So once again, that's the breaking news there. TSA to start charging travelers $45 if they don't have a real ID. Give me a second here, guys. So we're gonna go with the next news here. I'm seeing something WAS Alert just put out not too long ago. Big shout out to WAS Alert. Breaking news: Department of Homeland Security has deployed agents in large numbers across New Orleans. Oh boy. Mm. Um, across New Orleans in preparation for a major operation expected to unfold in the coming days. All right, so significant Department of Homeland Security activity has been reported throughout the city, with numerous agents seen arriving at New Orleans ICE facilities ahead of the upcoming Operation Swamp Sweep. Okay. I don't know who picked that name, but yeah, that's a big breaking news coming out right now. And he even posts this. Look at this here. He even posts this. U.S. air travelers who still don't have a real ID will now face a $45 fine. Someone said that's so... I'm not going to say that name there. Rosler responded to that. He said, people who keep putting off upgrading to a real ID really don't have an excuse at this point. It's a simple process. It doesn't take much time, and it saves a lot of hassle later. Just get the real ID and avoid the extra fees and headaches. Well, again, like I said, I got my real ID and stuff like that. Some people just, they don't want none of these type of stuff because it leads to the digital ID, which it leads to possibly the mark. So a lot of people try to stay away from all that, but again, they will find a way for a lot of people to get that real ID. Give me a second here, guys. So what are your thoughts? Leave comments down below. I'm trying to see if I can find any more information here. Walls Alert just posted this not too long ago. New data reveals that 1 in 10 adults in America are now millionaires. Yeah, most of them are TikTokers and YouTubers. A lot of young ones, believe it or not. And most of their stuff is just baloney. It's just running and slamming itself against the brick wall. Uh-oh, Nicholas is dancing. Nicholas is dancing. This news is coming out right now. I don't know what he's dancing. I think he's dancing to Despacito. He's dancing and I wouldn't be celebrating, dude. Watch as Nicholas is seen dancing on stage during a public rally as tension between the US and Venezuela continue to escalate. I don't know. Maybe Nicholas knows the time is coming. He just want to enjoy life. Who knows? But I wouldn't be dancing. You don't see him doing that type of stuff. You don't see him doing that. Give me a second. He's out there doing... Hold on. Give me a second. This news is coming out right now. Nicholas said Venezuela has reached its greatest national unity. People of all political views reject the military warning and are ready to defend the country if needed. What Nicholas is trying to do is he's trying to have all the people to back him up and say, you know, basically saying, you know, I got love and support. That's what he's trying to do here. But throughout his power, you know, his time in power, he was never like that. He was this ruthless guy. Alright, guys. It seems like this is all the information here. I'm not seeing anything else. My goodness. I'm sorry, guys. This, I got a video coming up for this one here, but boy, look at this solar flare. Man. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. That's huge. That is a massive... And by the way, they're talking about that this is heading towards Earth. Now, there was a sunspot. There was a black spot on the sun. It was 10 times bigger than planet Earth. And then a coronal mass ejection just blew yesterday or this morning, December 1st. It was big. You can just see it from this one here. But it seems like it's heading towards our planet. And we're about to see some northern lights. And they're saying these northern lights could reach south towards Alabama. I mean, you know what's Alabama? That's like basically the Gulf of America. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Till next time later. Peace.